So I'm just out here playing with my Crossman Nitro Venom 177 cal break action pellet gun. It's supposed to be a 1200 foot per second gun, so technically here in Canada that is a rifle, as a firearm, and you need a license to possess it. Beyond that, I couldn't get it to zero I could not get the thing to zero with the cheap Walmart Canadian Tire 177 cal pellets. So I bought a box of those Diabolos, and I was just out at 50 yards. I couldn't get on paper. I got one on paper, and I think they were tumbling, or I don't know what was going on. Maybe I'm just missing by a mile. Maybe they drop a substantial amount over that extra 25 yards. Anyways, I came into 25 yards here, and I'm on paper pretty consistently now. I'm going to tape up the target and try and get a good zero going, but should be in good shape for shooting squirrels shortly. That's one of these is my 50 yard, the only one I got on paper. Oh, there's one there from 50. Probably one there from 50. But most of this is my 25 yard shooting. So I'll tape that up and we'll go back to 25 and try and get a good zero. Come here, behind me, come, get back. Oh well, this thing really isn't shooting that great. I was hoping to get something I could get a reliable zero with, enough to actually hunt, but this is my preferred position for zeroing rifles without a bench. This thing has a crazy long trigger pull. I would say the biggest problem with shooting this thing accurately, besides getting ammunition that stabilizes properly, is the trigger pull. It's just got way too much creep. And 25 yards of the scope. My 22s all shoot better than this. Way better. I imagine that would make a difference if this was a 22 caliber air rifle versus a 177. Just not getting the grouping consistency that I would like to see. Try a little more magnification. I'm getting used to the trigger now, and the shooting's definitely getting more consistent, as you can hopefully see in the other camera. Yeah, it's pretty much going right on the crosshair now. I'm wobbling around a little bit. Certainly don't have the steadiest hands in the world, but I'm pretty stable sitting like this. You're kind of like a human tripod. She might be ready to try squirrel killing. Not bad. I think the biggest problem right now is me. It seems to be putting them right on target. Screw, back up. Get behind me, dog. Shooting at the middle number on the left side of the target. I think there's some inconsistencies, but for the most part, every 2 out of 3 of these are going pretty much right on whatever I'm aiming at. I think I'm jerking the trigger and they're going a little right sometimes, and I'm not a bench rest, so I'm wobbling a little bit, but they're pretty well going right on the crosshair, except for the odd inconsistency. Like that one, I felt it. I think I pulled that up. The length of pull on this, it's a little short for me. Dropping them all over the place now. Yeah, they're going in there. Really got to pay attention to the trigger pull. I think that's what's screwing me. When it breaks later than I think it's going to, I wander off the target. But I'd say she's dead nuts, it's just me. That broke before I thought it was going to. It's like, it feels like it's an inch of trigger pull, it's crazy. Okay, last shot, and then I'm gonna go wander around and see if we can find some squirrels. So my overall first impressions of that rifle, with those heavier pellets that are supposed to be a lot more stable and accurate, not that impressed. I can definitely shoot my 22s with a lot more accuracy and consistency. That thing just, I don't know if it's the pellets or if it's the barrel lockup or what it is, doesn't seem to really zero well. I've had an easier time zeroing open sight 22s than that scoped Crossman Nitro Venom. Anyways, 25 yards, it's questionable. 20 would probably be a lot better. 15, you'd probably be drilling them in there with a fair amount of accuracy. I'm gonna grab the backpack and the Crossman, load her up and go for a quick walk through the bush here, see if we can peg a squirrel. If we do, I got some butter, fish crisp, and a frying pan. We'll cut them up and cook them up and have a little squirrel fry. If not, we'll head her home with another fruitless hunt video and Crossman Nitro Venom review. Let's carry this thing through the bush for a while, see if we can get a squirrel with it, and I'll give you my final thoughts on everything. Talk to you in a bit. So that was my first time out seriously trying to zero this Crossman Nitro Venom 177 1200 foot per second pellet gun. With the new ammunition, these Diabolo, these are, hope that wind's not too bad. Yeah, 16.2 grain, something like that. Exact beast Diabolo. And they're definitely better than the shitty, cheap Walmart ones, I will say that. But I still couldn't really get a good zero with them. If there's interest in this video and people want to know how accurate this thing really is, I'll do another one and I'll bench rest it properly and shoot off a table or shoot out of the bed of the truck or something so it's dead stable and see what it's actually capable of for accurate shooting. It is also quite windy out here today. The breeze, and I imagine that would blow these little pellets around. Light, fairly slow moving, I'm guessing, pellets. I doubt they're hitting 1200 feet per second, but who knows. Probably getting blown around, all sorts of issues. That barrel lockup, like I said, the barrel and the receiver and the scope aren't locked together like a traditional rifle, so there's a pretty good chance for some discrepancies there just in the lockup, which I think would probably account for a lot of it. The trigger pull is horribly long. There's a lot of creep. When you're pulling, it creeps. I don't know what you'd call this. And then if you stop halfway, take a breath again, try and recatch yourself. That trigger's sitting. It's like a two-stage, but it just kind of sits wherever you left it. So you come in expecting an inch of creep again, and it just snaps and breaks, and you're off target. So it's a really shitty trigger. That is another big issue with that. If bad triggers bother you, don't buy this gun. If you're looking for extreme accuracy, I probably wouldn't buy this gun. But as far as just cheap practicality, for something that could probably take a squirrel, maybe a rabbit, you know, the guys at the place I bought these says they will take down a coon with a headshot in your attic or whatever, you know, pests like that, no problem. Now that'd be close range. I'm thinking like 10 yards or 5 yards you'd want to do that, not 25. But yeah. Not overly impressed with it. So like I said, if there's interest for this review, people want to see more about this little pellet gun rifle thing. It's a pellet gun, it's not a rifle. I don't know why they would class that as a fire. Well, maybe it has enough energy, but it's ridiculous that that is classed as a firearm in Canada. 1200 foot per second, 177 cal. I can hear it. It's pathetic. I don't think it would. Point blank in the temple, it might kill someone, but beyond that, it'd sting and maybe go into your skin. They're not lethal. There's no friggin' way. Anyways, Crossman 177 cal Nitro Venom, 1200 foot per second gun. Not overly impressed. couldn't get great accuracy results out of it after a lot of shooting at 25 yards, sitting, locked down, pretty stable. Like I said, I'm not the best shot, but I feel like I'm out shooting this rifle big time. Trigger creep, horrible. Barrel lockup, questionable. Might be two of the biggest accuracy issues with it right there. As you guys saw on the walk, didn't get any squirrels. Saw a porcupine up in a tree. Yeah, so if there's interest in this, Bruin's taking off there. Interest in a future video really showcasing the accuracy or lack of accuracy in this rifle, I'll get a table out here and we'll bench rest it properly and see what it can do or what it can't do. Unfortunately, that's all I have for today, guys. Just some boring pellet gun shooting and a walk in the bush. So I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for the support. Maybe next time we'll get a squirrel or get this thing shooting properly. If I come out anywhere but here, it's not legal to use a rifle here, I will be taking my 22 and we will shoot, cook, and eat a squirrel out in the bush. Squirrel fry. Alright guys, thanks a lot. We'll see you next time.